Blue balls, 19. I can't be bothered to introduce this properly, so go!
This is not the beginning of discreet, because we already did it in the last part.
Yeah.
So what this village is even about?
Let me guess. This is like Hollow Bastion in Kingdom Hearts.
Believe it or not, Tail, this is where another big problem I have with the writing is gonna show its ugly face. Well, this and another following part in this. Here's one particular we're going to be introduced to a specific little girl character in this village, and let's just say I'm gonna have something to say about her backstory.
Sure.
Hey!
Oh my god, guys! Happy reunion theme.
Yeah. But what happened to Zola?
What do you mean, Zola too? I thought she was so bland I could just mistake her for a piece of cheese.
Well, she was still useful in combat, I guess.
She isn't here?
Maru is still more useful. For all of my sins.
You heard it right, folks, from the Maru hater of the group himself. Maru's more useful.
Taylor hates Maru just as much as I do, so if you go by that.
I don't know,
but it's more a situation where I don't wanna think about him.
Yeah.
Mostly because he... Okay.
All of them had the same dream.
It wasn't
yeah, it turns out they all had that dream.
Jiro, do you remember when Nene called us vessels?
Yes, I remember that all right.
Yeah, here's the plot twist. Nene is actually Master Xehanort.
Actually Nene's soul. I'm guessing the reason he was having...
So this is the Kingdom Hearts 3 we've been waiting eons for. It was there the whole time.
At least Master Xehanort got some shit done. Jesus.
As long as
I'll say when we'll get to everything, because
His master planners are taking a while, Square.
No, it's not that job. But anyway, we had the same dream, but they're so happy to see each other. No, clue.
If he doesn't need us, then why are we still wearing these collars?
Because they're cool looking?
I guess he still wants you in some way?
It was so intense, I wasn't sure what was happening, but I knew it was magic.
It's called puberty, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the time, I thought we should all just run away. Can you believe?
So you have the mentality of a Pokemon player who gets badgered by wild Pokemon too much.
Fun fact, I actually finished this entire village in this part.
I gave up.
It's not very long.
It's spooky! Yeah, seriously, this is like Hollow Bastion. Spooky, creepy, the part where you have your... Let me finish.
Lighting, I will compare it more to Halloween Town.
Well, I mean more so in the role it plays.
Halloween Town looks prettier.
I mean more so in the role that it plays in the game. Like, yeah, spooky, creepy music.
Trying to be creepy and shit.
Not only that, but it's also the point where you have to work without your magic mechanic, you know, your usual attack, and it's also the point where you have the big...
His catchphrase was stupid.
Yeah,
there you go, Shiroi. He realized. Don't you see, Shiroi? He learned his catchphrase is stupid, and now he finally recognized it.
Yes. Also, I call best, and this is the big turning point for our main protagonist.
Let me explain this. You'll notice now that the accessory part of our equipment has been permanently replaced with Shu's collar, Jiro's collar, Klook's collar, and Maru's collar, respectively. And we cannot take those off because it's story driven, and only when we get back our magic for story reasons will that color disappear, and we'll be able to equip accessories again.
Not like it really showed up much on the visual side.
Also, those birds stock sound effect was terrible. Okay, this music actually sounds like a slowdown version of the main theme of Papers, Please. Welcome to Rostotska. Enjoy your stay.
What was that?
There you go. This is the little girl that's gonna be important later. Go ahead, Shiroi.
It's good you found your friends, but now only the sadness of parting awaits us all.
I'm sorry, who are you?
You're listening to My Chemical Romance by chance.
Okay, let me explain. Basically, the thing with this city is that this city lives tormented by a giant carnivorous tree monster put here by Nene, because again, Nene is a dick.
Wait, didn't we already deal with a tree monster already? Like one that was terrorizing the trees in that poison graveyard?
Sakaguchi ran out of ideas. Anyway, what happened was, this tree is literally destroying their food, destroying their crops. So basically, they live completely oppressed and
Why
whatever.
don't we just move away?
They can't tell because the tree also put in some vines over the town, so no one can get out.
Okay.
So let's look
really
for.
enjoys putting cities and villages in quarantine states.
Yeah, this is like, what, the third or fourth village in this
least the
game that did
third,
that?
There was Shu's starting village, which was tormented by the land shark. Then that city, which was engulfed in the barrier because we want to be independent, and now this.
Boy. Nene's a prick. An isolationist prick.
As I mentioned, he's like a troll, but that takes itself seriously without the enjoyment of the fun. That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I'm not sure if to be Kefka or Garland, or the Emperor, sorry, from Final Fantasy II, more manipulative and shit.
What about X-Staff?
X-Dead, it's a walking meme, Jova.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think it's bad, but it's just there.
I'd also like to say something, by the way.
I want to destroy everything, dear Lennon. Go ahead.
Notice how after that reunion cutscene, the game never, the characters didn't really specify what they're supposed to do now. So what I'm doing now is kind of bumbling around until this happens randomly. Basically, I'm supposed to just, know that I'm supposed to come to this specific side of the village to trigger a cutscene.
Well,
What's the plot? I don't know. What's the plot? I don't know.
There you go, Teo. That's why they can't leave.
Oh, great. Now this is Evil Dead.
Now you have to face me, Shu, and all the powers of hell.
Darn it. That didn't work either.
Well, that tree's really got an axe to grind.
No way! How can a tree be stronger than an axe?
There are plenty of ways. The axe could be dull, the axe could be weak, the axe could be cheaply made, the tree could
Also,
be
do you
stronger.
have any idea how long it takes to chop down a tree with an axe?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Keep you trapped.
Wow!
Characters have not been in Canada.
We are its
I feel
food.
like I've seen this girl from a
There is a
Darkstalkers
flesh-eating tree in
game.
the middle of
There
our
you go.
village.
She's not
A
Anita,
flesh-eating
Jova.
tree.
A flesh-eating tree.
Anita.
guys
Is
got
that the little
the-
girl
the
that's with
small
Donovan?
Yeah.
I've read a comic about this concept, and it was a lot more
Where did you
interesting.
come from anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The problem, Shu, is that there's no reason. The flesh-eating tree can basically be traced onto one
Oh,
thing.
guys, I said it! You've met with a terrible
Flesh-eating
fate!
trees are horrible. 3 or 4 times a year.
Terrible.
They
It's-
grab
it-
one of us
it-
to
Yay!
try
Yay!
to
I can
leave.
finally make a
The other tree's
Majora's
blocked
Mask
away.
joke. I was almost
try to
hitting
chop them
bingo
off.
with the ripoffs.
Well,
I mean the
saw what happened.
inspirations.
It all boils down to this, Shiroi. The flesh-eating tree is here, and it's bad, and the only explanation is that Nene put it here because it's a dick, and that's literally not that's just it.
And I'm pretty sure that we had a whole monster tormenting tree. Okay. Maybe it was the tree that was being tormented, but it wasn't an evil forest, which was the poison graveyard.
There you go, Teo. It's impossible to get outside.
Just great.
Okay, so now back to bumbling around the village until we accidentally find what we're actually supposed to be doing. Shiroi?
Nope. As long as that flesh-eating tree is in the sweat, we just wait to die.
Why don't you move?
They can't.
We
because
just
the tree is
established,
keeping
Shiroi.
them
We
trapped.
can't because the tree is blocking the path with its vines.
You know, Sue can apparently transport people.
We're actually going to try to win that now, Shiroi.
Oh,
Transporting?
No, burn it.
No,
as in,
burning.
as in destroy it.
Don't go near that thing.
but this is the flesh-eating tree, right? We gotta get rid of it.
Shu,
No,
you don't have magic anymore.
Well, he must have some magic since he teleported them here.
We have no magic, remember?
would you please
We're
mind
unarmed.
leaving this village?
Maybe I can
They
do
can't. We're stuck with them.
Why?
And they're
You
stuck with
couldn't do it
us.
before.
I did it when I fought Nene. Maybe I can do it again.
Here we go.
We're using a boss
Just needs a
scene.
hug.
Wait, hold on. We're using a boss scene for fighting a tree, and whoa! Okay, that face came out of nowhere. Whoa, this has gotten goofy.
You know what's the sad part, Joe? Since you brought up the boss theme, this is about one of those battles that we're supposed to lose. We're supposed to just keep fighting until it kills us. However, they still use this theme. You think it would be some kind of depressing theme or something?
Also,
An ominous thing?
Also, is he using a chisel to fight a tree?
Yes.
Apparently.
I know. I mean,
When an axe didn't work.
Here's how the tree works, by the way. Whenever it blocks itself with its hands, that means it's blocking. So, and the only way to stop it from blocking is by hitting its hands. So basically, you have to waste a turn if it's blocking anyway. So
I wonder if there's a way to actually beat the tree, like if you keep healing yourself, which you probably can.
no, actually, I'm not gonna heal myself because I'm supposed to die.
So what happens if you beat him?
You can't beat him. He has I tried. He has infinite HP. They fought ahead in terms of New Game Plus players.
Good for them, I guess.
I guess it's better than what Terrorized does, where Terrorized literally allows us to beat the bosses that we're supposed to lose if we're strong enough, and yet the story doesn't even acknowledge that. Like, basically, there's going to be a lot of moments in Terrorized where we easily beat the boss, and then the cutscene right after it talks about, this guy's so tough, we can't beat it. Gameplay story segregation fails in its highest form.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shiroi, what are your thoughts?
This thing looks hilarious.
I have to say,
I
for
know,
this
right?
boss, it's probably the best animated so far.
Oh my god, you're right. And it's a tree. Why
Oh,
is one of the better bosses a tree? And that's not to say that trees can't be awesome, but it's a tree compared to most of the bosses in this game.
Misty
Pointed.
Wood, you are not.
And that's it. We just cut away.
Really?
Hey,
Really?
he's waking up again.
But you see, Teo, maybe this whole thing that just happened was again a dream. It's a dream within a dream.
Guys,
wasting
guys! Oh, you're awake! You sure never give up, don't you? Ding.
That tree to wither.
Even
see,
when
Teo,
he does.
now-
Now
You see,
everyone
Teo,
else is gonna say it now that he's learned.
Exactly.
to.
I was supposed to.
We just
Isn't this wonderful,
You see, Teo,
Pedro?
now that yes, it is. You see, Teo, now that he doesn't at all, now that he no longer thinks he shouldn't give up, everybody else tells him that he shouldn't.
Isn't that wonderful, Shiroi?
She heard.
Oh.
She's done with this shit.
She'll be back.
He's good. He's good.
The worst is yet to come.
Oh, now all of a sudden you're like, can possibly now you're actually assuming that the worst is yet to come. Just before we started this part, we were like, well, I can't get worse than this.
Well, I
So we
mean,
need to
I'm
get
sure.
back to the others.
I'm sure that there's going to be, a certain point where it can't get any worse. I'm just saying the worst of this part is
Yes,
probably yet to
that
come.
will be. Well, story-wise, we've already pretty much gone through the worst. If you ask me, I mean, there is a stupid plot twist at the very end, but honestly, it's just more emotional manipulation on part of Sakaguchi anyway. So whatever. In terms of gameplay, it will get worse.
Again, that sound effect is terrible.
You know what I could have really used right now? A mini-map in this town and some kind of destination marker, just so I have a good idea of where the inn is. I
Or
know I'm
even
supposed to go
that,
to the inn.
a better camera angle would showcase a bit more.
Oh, it's you. You probably heard, but she just collapsed and they brought her over
Basically,
here.
Kluk got sick
She's in the back.
and whatever.
You should go
Okay.
see her.
Let me guess, she got sick because of her drained energy?
That's another thing, by the way. Sakaguchi relies so much on the whole Kluk is in trouble plot device. Seriously. She's not a likable character enough for you to keep using her illnesses or crying or depression or whatever.
Why is she...
Also, her ponytail is clipping through the pillow, so you can't see it.
Oh, isn't that
Hilarious.
ironic? The one who's the most medically trained of them, I think she was the one who apparently bragged about knowing all those medical recipes, or was that Or was that Jiro whose parents?
No, it was,
she
it
knows
was
about the
Cook. It
medical
was Cook.
stuff, but from what I've seen, Jiro is the one that specializes in healing magic.
Oh wow, did her parents beat her as a kid or something?
Also, lyrics.
She's seeing Nene in her dream.
Oh, it's Nene.
Cook hasn't said anything
Not some
about that
deeply
time at
rooted
all.
psychological
This
thing.
stupid ring! It's not helping her!
Don't.
The Ring of Infinite Power.
This ring!
No, the rings
Oh,
the rings they gave her. Remember?
The Codex of Ultimate Wisdom.
Well, what did you think those rings were gonna... Wait, are they actually saying that they know about the gameplay factor of the ring?
No, Jova. They made them as good luck charms. Remember?
Be with us again.
Well, why are you trying to take them off? For all you know, the good luck is yet to happen.
Till I'm done indulging Jova's questions. You do it.
Wait, what?
Well, just ignore it. It will probably go away.
What questions? I was talking to the
You
game
keep-
on that
you
one.
keep no, that's the thing, Joe. You keep asking questions for which there are no answers.
Pedro, you don't owe the game that unless I ask you directly about it.
Fine, I'll shut up then. Go
If
ahead.
I need to ask you a question, shoo, isn't there some way to bring Kluke's fever down? You know, maybe medicine, herbs or something?
Because
Is this a bad dream? Oh, go away with Maru's dad!
Yes, this is. And we're not done.
Guys, I think Kluke may have to die for the greater good.
Maru will do anything!
Yeah.
It'll help Cook! Maru
Oh,
will
no.
do anything!
Oh
Can
no,
can Maru die for the greater good too?
Yes.
Teo. I don't know
Yes.
if I don't know if I can move on with my life if Kluke dies. I mean,
Seriously, all those other deaths, like the death of Mufasa, the death of Aerith, the death of Jack, those were just small cannon fodder. Now,
This
Kluke,
one's gonna have us
Kluke
in
is
tears.
where it's at.
So now what?
It's all
Now
silent
we
and
bumble around until-
spooky.
basically, Teo, since the game once again did not give me any direction or hint of what the hell I'm supposed to go now, I'm just supposed to bumble around the town until something happens. I mean,
Too big. I mean, imagine if like you had to do this in the 06 hub worlds.
this is exactly why I don't mind destination markers, because I'd rather have my hand guided a bit
I
than
already
than,
mentioned
than
that,
this alternative.
Pedro, but a good game can manage to pull off a map like this and make you sure where to go even without a destination marker.
You know, give us something like cool visual cues, like how Sonic Adventure did.
Hell, the
You
previous,
know-
previous cutscenes should be the things to do
Okay,
that. If we're not gonna-
okay, here we go. Now we're going to see a cutscene involving Salia, that girl that Joey was voicing earlier, and this is going to bring up another big problem I have with the writing in this.
She's a
Alright,
werewolf, isn't she? The full moon's
She's
out
the
and
spawn of
everything.
Satan.
No, sure, but that would be better. At the very least, it would be insanely stupid and out of place.
Mysterious
wait, there are
as the
two
dark
moons? I
side
forgot.
of the moon.
The
Wait,
The game never really explains anything about the moon, so
North does
That's
not.
half
Oh.
the moon, so it's not really something.
no, Gabe, you're...
No, Celeste did this so much better. Sorry.
Yeah. What's Celis, by the way, because there's so many that did it better.
556.
Fantasy
Really? Really? Oh. for
And
fuck's
you
sake.
walk away. Oh, seriously. Kingdom
We'll bring that in here.
Why did...
She's gonna explain what she wants to die.
What are you, crazy? You trying to kill yourself?
Well, yeah.
Let me guess, she's connected to the tree, isn't she? She's the
No,
spawn
no,
of the tree.
no. I wish, Jova. I wish. Just listen.
So what?
I have nothing left to live for. I'd be better off dead.
Parents killed by a tree?
You're not.
You give up.
This is the part where I would say you're not talented enough, but Sakaguchi is talented enough, so I have no idea why.
Don't give up. That's what they all say.
Okay. Look, as annoying as it is, girl, when have you been around to hear him say it that many times?
Like everyone
Hold on,
else.
Jova, let me hear.
I don't understand. Why are you doing this?
I'm alone.
Alone?
My parents are gone.
My parents are
Sorry.
dead.
Called it.
Died.
Okay, and here's the big problem I have with this game. And believe it or not, this is not going to be the last time he does this. But yet again, we have a girl whose entire character is defined defined by the fact that her parents died. We have two of them now, Kruk and this girl. And believe it or
Batman.
not, this is not going
What's
to be
the
the
camera angle?
And believe it or not, guys, this will not be the last time Sakaguchi pulls this backstory. I have
In this
no
game?
idea. In this game, I have no idea what the hell Sakaguchi's big obsession with having girls with dead parents.
Okay. To be fair. Okay. Her wanting to kill herself because she can't stand life without her parents. I get that, okay. But,
But it's not just that, Jova. It's that and the fact that the tree makes her life a living hell.
so, okay, fair enough. That makes sense. My only question is...
The problem is that this is handled with all the tact and subtlety of a fucking 5-year-old.
Well, subtlety, I can understand maybe not being there, though tact is one thing that does need to be there. I will say that I guess this technically works. My only question is this. What purpose is this gonna play in the overall narrative?
Nothing. After we finish this village, she learns that she should not give up, and then we move on, and we never bring this up ever again.
That's what I'll say about this, is that we haven't known enough for this to work.
Yeah, that too.
I'm not gonna bash too much on the whole suicide attempt thing and what she said, because the parents thing aside, what she said about being sick of hearing everyone say don't give up, I kind of understand, because people with crippling depression tend to feel like that. I know it's probably unintentional for Sakaguchi because it's too deep and shit, but as I mentioned, psychology is something that you write it down most of the time involuntarily. So.
And now the sun is rising.
Juba, in a few hours the sun will rise.
But it's okay, guys, because now he's I guess she was inspired by her suicide attempt to get his magic back.
What?
What?
If you couldn't do it before.
Or if the field.
Wait. Oh my god. Is
There
this...
you go.
Wait. Hold on. This is like
He's gonna
the...
say it.
Okay,
Hold on, he's gonna say it.
So why the change
Yeah,
of heart?
right now.
Because of her.
It's an inverse version of the Spirit Bomb from Dragon
This
Ball.
girl. She just
Like,
tried to
instead
kill
of powering up a bomb, he's absorbing power.
It sucks to give up and die. It's easy to say, don't give up.
That's
Oh my
Unless
god.
you turn
that,
those
That's yes.
that's a very
yes,
crude
yes.
summation of saying that.
I'm sure.
It's the delivery that got me.
I know what it takes.
That's
Dude, it sucks to die.
Give up.
But you see, Theo, he learned a new lesson. His lesson is that he can say I won't give up, but he has to mean it when he says it.
Oh my god. Press the
So now
button rapidly to put your strength.
Once
Ew!
more with healing this time.
Ew!
Okay, So yeah, now we have to keep mashing A until our magic comes back to us.
Oh,
Basically,
God,
Theo,
his-
like you said. So yeah, so there you go, Theo. He gained his magic back thanks to being inspired by a suicide attempt.
Oh god, his dong is expanding!
What the?
Again,
Is it-
again, Joe, it's called puberty.
Is he gonna turn into a Super Saiyan?
Well, it's like I said, it's literally an inverse version of the Spirit Bomb with the pose he was doing around the sunrise.
I won't be surprised considering Dragon Quest VIII actually took advantage of the fact that it had Akira Toriyama to kind of do a tribute to the Super Saiyan forms.
So, just gonna say, kid, you still wouldn't have had this power if you hadn't stumbled across that hole.
So yeah, it turns out he still has his power because
See, there's kind of a problem here. Look.
one, I can point out many.
Let me just talk about how this scene is handled a bit badly in regards to it. He's talking about how the power's always been within him. Well, at least that's what they're going about. Here's the... What the heck?
This isn't some
Here we go, he's getting it
Nene
now.
gave me. It's my own strength.
Oh my god, they're doing exactly what I thought they would. Okay, I'll rant about why this is bad after the scene.
Fight myself.
Okay, so here's what happens. Every time one of the characters gets back their magic, they have to fight their dark counterpart, Shadow.
Idolin. Well, sorry.
No, well, evil twin, more like.
Well, you know what I mean. It's kind of like the
Yeah, it's a
Idolin.
bad version of Cecil's strike in Final Fantasy
Okay,
IV.
and guess what, Jova? Since you brought it up in the last part, it's forgot these moments where they regain their magic that they introduce the corporeal attacks.
Oh, so just like Kingdom Hearts, you also start off with your powers back by facing a dark version of yourself.
The reason I'm not supposed to have the corporeal attack that I used with Zola in the previous part, but that was in a New Game Plus. I already had it.
So, So yeah, here's my problem here. He's saying that the power's always been within him. Okay, let's compare this to Kingdom Hearts. See, with Kingdom Hearts, okay, we know why the Keyblade came to Sora. The thing
There
is
you go,
that
Jova. Here's a cool animation, since you've been asking for it.
the corporeal attack. Wait, hold on. So you can just do it now? All of a sudden, the game just hands it to you in these fights?
No. Well, no, Jova. What happens is you're supposed to keep hitting him until you eventually fill out the bar, because the thing has infinite HP and can only be killed with this attack.
He's literally a blue-eyes white dragon. Well, blue-eyes green dragon.
Don't worry. The tension meter will rise really quickly because he's only attacking you. So it will fill out quickly. Go ahead, Jova.
So the tension meter only fills when you're attacked?
Think of it's the transmitter from Final Fantasy IX. That's all you need to know.
It feels being either if you're attacked or do you attack.
Yeah, I prefer it when you are attacked as opposed to just you have to be attacked in order to raise it.
Yeah, that's how it is here.
Wait, hold on. So it's only by yourself being attacked?
No, it's both.
Okay.
It's both, okay?
So anyway, going back to... Oh wait, hold on, cutscene.
Shoo! Your magic. It really came back.
Personal
For
space
some
gyro.
reason,
Let's
it's
go.
Jiro, by the way.
You think I can do that too?
Sure, let's just find another suicidal...
And guess what? This inspires the little girl. Maybe if I don't give up, I'll also have a blue shadow thingy.
Really?
No.
Literally?
No.
Not this easy.
It's not how it works.
Shira, it's simple. Just pick up your Xbox 360 controller and mash A with all your strength.
And that'll stop anyone with suicidal thoughts.
Feel free to hammer away, Tail.
Sorry, I didn't even pay attention.
Feel free to talk about how bullshit the whole suicide thing was handled.
Wait,
know,
so just like that, Kluk is healed?
Remember, Joe, now that he has magic, he can use white magic, aka healing magic.
Wait, hold on. So he's pretty much the jack of all trades in regards to that.
Well, remember, Joe, I have generalists for all the for the main characters. Not just that, but everybody in this game can have any job. So yeah, it's perfectly possible for Shu to use white magic.
So story-wise, do they ever really regard the corporeal forms? Because, you know, that's usually something you'd think that they would, since, you know...
No, it's
Also-
purely a gameplay mechanic. It's never acknowledged.
Wait.
Oh my god, no, I forgot about this.
Let me guess, if he farts, of course.
You?
Ugh.
That's a heck of a...
Congratulations, now Sakaguchi is relying on a toilet humor.
You're right, call it.
Why just shoot?
You
What?
know,
The
when
time
Final
of death, the
Fantasy
time
V
of
and
death.
Final Fantasy VII had to rely on people in the toilet for
Yep, and that is officially the time of death for any hope of this game whatsoever with that fart joke. Congrats.
Again, when in those previous games, there were comedy beats tied to toilet humor, they weren't that in your face, and usually were a bit more contained in a sense. We were like, it's this guy who's really have to go to the bathroom and he cannot leave, and that's it. Here is just depressing.
Why would you put a fart scene in what is supposed to be the touching scene in which the characters get their second
Because
win?
comedy, Jova, so laugh.
Okay, to be fair, fart jokes can work well. Like, an example is how there was actually a fart joke in the second Yokai Watch movie, and Teo really laughed hard at that. That's because the context for it was actually really funny. And that fart joke had no proper funny context behind it, so... Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, guys. Basically, up until the other three get their magic back, now Shu is pretty much the only useful party member.
Obviously.
I wonder what weapons they have now.
But spreading down eternity?
Oh yeah.
You see, Shiroi, if you believe hard enough, you too can grow a blue beast chat.
That sounds like a euphemism.
It's simple, Shiroi. You put your strength to it.
And it'll thrust right out of you.
And solve a QT minigame.
Yeah.
If this is what magic is, I don't want it.
Wow, a rock.
But you see, Shiroi, a truth shining in my heart.
Wow, Maru's really weak without his.
Also, another thing that they should have
They all are,
pointed out is
Jova.
that-
Well, I
They're
get that, I
all
get that.
really weak without it.
I get that, but surprisingly, Maru seems to be even weaker without his than the others, which is ironic since he's supposed to be the powerhouse.
Go ahead, Tail.
Also, and a thing that I noticed also in the cutscenes is that in the other characters where the collar looks realistically tied around their neck and possible. Look at Maru. It's like he's having a lifesaver on his neck. He can easily pull that off.
It's like they made it just the right one to slip it right off him.
I guess logic, I don't know.
Something wrong, Pedro?
Well,
I really want Sonic Mania to come out.
I
No,
can't
but I
wait
will
2
get-
more weeks.
By the time we'll get
The special stages look so
out
cool.
already.
The special stages look so. Did you guys see it, by the way?
I did, but I don't know. Did Taxman like just created new 3D model just for them?
Yeah, that's because basically his retro engine is actually a 32-bit engine, and his original pitch to Sega was, what if the classic Sonic series continued on into the Saturn? So he did what Sonic 3D Blast on the Saturn did, have a 3D special stage, which makes a lot of sense considering that's kind of what Sega liked to do back in the day. So that's what the special stage for. It's
Which I like.
and it's basically it's like this. The levels themselves are inspired by Sonic 3 and Knuckles. The music is inspired by Sonic CD, and the special stages are inspired by Sega Saturn Sonic.
Yeah, at least we're not the fucking tubes.
Oh, well, and they brought back Blue Sphere. Thank you. We haven't had Blue Sphere since 1994, and I've missed it.
You know, I was fine with the way they incorporated it into the special stages, but the fact that they exist on their own too is really cool.
Wow, that's a super attack if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, too bad it didn't do that much.
I'm sorry, were you trying to kill? You're a tree!
But Jova, when trees attacks,
Since she was the only useful one, this is pretty much 3 useless turns for me, and one turn where I can actually
you
then.
can use the items with them. There you
The best way you can use, true, but the best one of the things that I recommend you guys is try your best to time your moves so that one of the useless characters is always the one hitting the hands. Because if you have to waste one of Shu's turns to just unblock the hands, that's even more time that you have to spend in the battle. So it's kind of that's why I defended there with Jiro to make sure I get the timing right in terms of when Shu attacks.
Despite that, the boss is still a sponge.
Yeah.
I know it's impossible not in there, but wow.
Well, it's because of Shu
Wouldn't
being the
fire
only useful
magic whittle
character
him?
in this battle too.
Why not use fire magic?
If all of basically, Jova, here's the thing. You know how in some JRPGs you have the magic system works instead of working like in Final Fantasy IX, where you just use a spell and that's it, and you waste your MP accordingly. This is one of those JRPGs that does that thing where you select a magic spell and then you have to wait for the character to cast the spell for like a couple turns or something.
Like 2 parts.
Yeah, apparently he didn't listen, so I have to do it again. To be fair, Lost Odyssey does this as well.
I recall you
But
saying
Lost
this
Odyssey
now,
made
and I
up
just
for it by
forgot.
having a much more. Yeah, Lost Odyssey, to be fair, did this as well, but Lost Odyssey balanced that out with much better battle mechanics.
And of course, this clears the sky.
But you see, Tail, it's visual storytelling.
Well, the sun was rising anyway, so it's a brand new day.
But it's okay. No, go ahead, Shuri.
I won't forget you or what you did back there, ever.
Wait,
There
that's
we go,
it?
shit,
Wait,
there we go.
hold on, wait. That's it? Just an optional text box, not even a cutscene?
Nope.
Considering the last cutscene,
Well, they should at least be consistent.
Joy, this is the first time I've ever seen everyone laughing like this. It says something when my greatest joy in this playthrough is playing the old lady.
Well, that's a joy you always get. Someday,
It's
I'll
the only
get
bit
it.
of joy he has in
Someday,
this game.
Let me
someday,
have this.
someday I'll get it. Oh wait, that's right. I'll get a turn to voice an old lady in Yokai Watch too.
Are there any
Yeah.
cats in this game?
Don't worry, Shiroi.
Look at all the faces. They're so happy. It's
Don't
like
worry,
we-
don't worry, Shiroi. Wait till we get to Lady Layton. You're gonna love Case 4.
But Jova, the birds are singing. Isn't that beautiful?
You know what? I'll take the cutscenes of that game any day because at least
Oh,
those are
new
funny.
party member?
No.
No.
Oh,
well,
so
she
we-
can't fight. Well, she can fight, Joe, but she would be useless
this.
anyway.
It's just some sweets, but I hope you like them.
Did you
Okay.
bake those before or after you were gonna kill yourself?
I'm sorry about what I said.
And guess what? Now she has a crush on Shu.
Of
It's like
course
you
she
said.
has.
Once I saw
Well, I
how
guess
all
since
worked
Jiro
out
has
to
a
keep
crush
down
on
the
Kluk,
That
this
worked
makes
better
Shu
than
available.
Any crummy sermon. Good luck. I wish you all the best.
Marumaru pushes him into her. Oh,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
never mind. He did it even more obvious.
It's cuter when Pearl
I would
does it.
say I respect him.
Or Esther.
That's translation for I want to
friend
bang
zone.
him all night long.
Congratulations,
So,
Judge.
do we ever
You
hear?
went in a few minutes from puberty to friend zone.
Respect you,
Wait,
huh?
friend zone.
That'd be the first time
Question,
anyone ever said
Pedro. Do we
that
ever
to
hear from this village
What were you
again?
two talking about
Nope.
before
Do
I
we ever
got
hear from that girl again?
I think this game is getting to 2.
Anyway, do we ever hear from? Aw, Shu's got it.
Jova, question. Okay, now we got Salia's cookie. Fun fact, we can actually get ingredients so we can have her make more.
So what does the
second.
cookie do?
Probably
It heal-
power up.
It heals your HP.
Or healing. There we go.
I'll just say this. See, Jova, you have to understand, Jova. Up until this point, every time we leave a village or any place in this game, we just abandon it and never mention it ever again. Would you really think that this one would have been different?
We saw Yazato again.
Well, now he won't show up until the very end, so...
Oh yeah,
Besides
so
the
will Salia
character
show
of
up
the village.
again? Is there maybe like a
Okay,
side
actually,
quest
okay,
involving
to be
her?
fair, yes, Salia will show up at the very end again. So there's that, I guess.
But of course.
But the village won't.
Fair
See you,
enough.
everybody.
See ya.
Yeah.